It's nice to get these in. So can everybody see your outline? Can everybody see the names of the poses here, dancing Shiva? If not, it's okay. I just want you to cue the name with the movement, because sometimes it's really hard to remember. What do you call that one again? And I try to make them as silly and funny as possible so we'll actually remember. Okay? So we're staying in Chillaxin as we can. You can always watch for this sequence if you feel like you need a break. And it looks like this. From Chillaxin, we're going to reach up and grab for the leg loops as high as we can. We're going to inhale, bicep curl up, and then we're going to press away for hummingbird. Just try it. It's going to be really strong. Head directly over the body, right? You'll see in a second why we call it hummingbird. Everyone starts to flutter, right? Drop the hips wherever you are. Drop the hips. Oh yeah, that's the stretch. It's like you're like either legs or shoulders, but not both. So everyone's up here. Come on down, and then release. Nice and easy. Okay. So hummingbird is just kind of for show, for play. Isn't it fun? Yeah. And then we're going to hold on and bend the right knee and roll onto the top of the left thigh. So these are our lounging poses. Keep holding on to the leg loops. Strap above or below the knee? Above. Yeah, above the knee. And bend the right knee so you can roll right in from hummingbird into the lunges. Okay. Now we're just going to spread out because we're going to square the hips towards the ground and let the hips open. This is a really intense pose for people. Now if we wanted to go into the more advanced version, we're going to grab the inner edge of the foot. I call it dancing Shiva. So if the hip is not pointing down towards the ground, then we're not going to be able to reach for the foot. So just try it again. Square the hips towards the ground, grab for the foot, holding on, pulling the foot towards the sky. Yeah, good. It's a really strong stretch. So square the hips first, don't skip that step. So come in, let's try the other side. So let's neutralize the spine, take a moment to just kind of hang out. So yeah, don't lose the hook. Reach up, grab for the leg loops, bicep curl up. Bend the left knee, and then you have to roll onto the top of the foot, above the knee. Yeah, let it be a little bit higher above the knee. There you go. And now roll onto the top of the thigh. That's it. See, that's going to make all the difference. Then when you go to lift the foot, yeah, it's actually like, oh, there it is. That feels great. Yeah, it was just the hip going back means the foot is back. Yeah, so we square the hips towards the ground first. Lift the head, lift the heart. Yes, we can actually pull with our left hand. Really good. Inner edge of the foot, so cool Jesus, thumb up. Inner edge, yeah. There you go. Always think thumb up, right? Okay, great. Let's go ahead and release. Let's try that on the other side one more time. Okay, so reach up. Yeah, I like to keep all water bottles and everything against the walls because we wind up kicking stuff. So when we come back, we'll remember that. Okay, grab for the foot, square the hip towards the ground. Square the hip first. So come here. Yeah, roll into the top of the thigh. Maybe this hip's a little tighter. Maybe. And then grab for the foot. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's a really... So
what do you call those? Something
cool Jesus?
Cool Jesus.
Anyhow, it was like a cool Jesus style where he was just like in the 80s somewhere in the movie. Anyhow, so now we can get into Hanuman if we want by straightening the front leg. Well, I told you this was the most advanced of the sequence. If you release the foot, Hanuman is actually easier. So try doing whatever version of Hanuman you can. You can touch something on your leg.
It's trendy people.
Well, you know, we do Hanuman on the ground, we do Hanuman in the air. So if you don't hook the foot, it's easier. Just try it on both sides. This is playtime, right? Just play with it. There you go. In time, Hanuman comes.
This is like not pretty anything.
Well, head up. Be proud, anyhow. Okay, great. So the other pose that was in the sequence that we haven't done yet, I call flying arrow, which is really fun. And we're going to try it together. So we're going to bend the right knee, roll up onto the top of the left. And so we've basically been pushing the back arms straight, right? So for flying arrow, we're just going to push the front arms straight. Okay. So let's come on back. So we don't want to skip steps. If we skip steps, then we're going to lose our pose. Come on back, Amy. So you have to come back to center, hold on to the leg loops, which are at your knees. Roll onto the top of the left thigh, bend the right knee. So hold on to the leg loops. Okay. Press the front arm straight. like you're shooting an arrow up. Yeah. Flying arrow. Good. And you can do that with the back foot hooked as well, which is probably what you see in the picture, but only hook the foot if that makes you happy. If it doesn't make you happy.
It makes it hard for me to keep the front arms.
Yeah, it's a deeper stretch. So let's try the other side. So we keep holding on to the leg loops, we round about. So bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, square the hips towards the ground, and then see what it's like to straighten just the left arm. Bend the right elbow, and switch sides. Holding on to the leg loops, so go back and hold on to the leg loops instead of the swing. Do you see how unstable it is? Both hands, there you go. Way more stable, right? Bend the left knee, like you're shooting an arrow. There you go. And then if anybody wants to try hooking the foot, it just makes it a lot harder. It's unnecessary. Unnecessarily hard. Yeah. But it's an option. Yay! Okay, so that was like dancing Shiva, flying through the most challenging part. So we did our lunges, the full Shiva is with the knee bent, and then coming into flying arrow and Hanuman. Now, not everybody wants to do flying arrows and Hanumans. So, you know, if they're not loving it, which you can usually tell by their face, you can come into the high skydiver version. So everyone come to with the leg loops nice and high under your thighs. There's a sweet spot, so you just wiggle it around until you find it. And then if I wanted to do a version of the lunges that are more beginner, I'm going to just do one leg at a time. Okay, so I'm going to step wide. Let's just step wide here. Good. Kind of like a wide straddle. And then I'm going to press just one leg loop to the knee. Let's go with the right one. One leg loop to the knee. Straight the leg on the other side. Now this is better. That looks kind of like a flying arrow, right? And that makes somebody feel good about themselves. So we can do it like that. Keep holding on. Oh, yeah. Keep holding on. Let's do the other side. So slide back up. And then left knee bends. And so what we want to do as much as possible is get the hips in one plane, right? So if the knee comes forward, bring it out to the side, lifting the chest, keep holding on. So this is an option. It's the same with Hanuman. If somebody has trouble doing Hanuman, try straightening the leg and grabbing the toes. There you go. Try it. So I'm behind my leg loop. Try that. See if that makes any difference. There you go. It's just options. Okay? So at least it's a version of Hanuman, both legs straight. Let's try the other side one more time. Sliding on in. So go a little bit faster. Grab for the toes. Maybe that's as far as they want to go for that day. But eventually they'll float. Lift through the chest. There you go. Just wave.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like one or the other. All right. So as you can see, the lounging, I call them lounges. The lunges are very intense for opening up the hips. So that was like a lot of lower body, a lot of hips to end. So getting into our cocoon. Let's just do a few moments. Okay, let's take the leg loops off and do it from our standing position. Really important to end with like 10-15 minute cocoon. Right? So everybody come back down. Everyone come back into your sumo. We get in and out of the swing by holding on and then walking back. Walking back. Just so it looks pretty, right? So everybody comes in and out. Because sometimes when we're doing acrobatics and flips and somebody just comes out, they look like they're about to fall right over. So if we teach people in these easy poses to walk in and walk out, it'll become a habit when we get into more of the advanced poses so they just don't pop right up. Because everybody does. They pop right out of the swing, and I'm all like, ah. All right, into our cocoons. So we're going to notice that there is an inside and an outside to our swing. So just take a look. So the way it's sewn, I call it the taco. You want to get on the inside of the taco, right? So just notice from the top. Yeah, so come on, walk all the way forward for me. Yeah, oh, come on up. All the way forward. So yeah, so you want to kind of open it up like this, all along. Here we go. Great. So now, so she's an expert, but yeah, so now what we want to do is get a nice big handful. Make sure you're on the inside of the taco. Stretch it down so it's under your bum, and that you can spread it to the knees. Great. Now, a lot of times you'll notice that somebody doesn't have enough fabric underneath their knees, and you want to actually have them come back out and do it again, or kind of hop and spread it out. Once you're there, we are going to make sure there's enough material behind the head. Kind of follow along like you've never done this before, because I expect you to be able to teach somebody to get in and out of the cocoon, so these are really important cues. So just pretend, humor me, pretend like you don't know. Make sure that there's enough material behind the head that you can lean back, and you don't want it wrapped around the neck, because a lot of people do that, and then their head is hanging out, and that's no bueno for the neck. So we have to make sure we have enough underneath our knees and enough behind the head. Now once we're there, there's a lot of different leg options. It looked like everybody was enjoying the burrito version, where we bring our legs in and extend them towards the sky. That's a great option. Another option is to bring the feet together and knees open wide, like we're in a butterfly position. And then the other option is you can kind of curl up into a little ball and come into a reclined child's pose and give yourself a big hug. Now you can pick your favorite arm position that goes with your leg position. Your arms can be overhead, fingers dangling towards the floor with the elbows bent, or you can give yourself a big hug and wrap your arms over your chest. Okay? So wherever you're most comfortable, let's just spend 5 minutes totally relaxing into our floating Shavasana and receive the goodness of the practice. Really nice job, guys. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we did and review while you're relaxing. Just kind of let the words wash over you if you feel like you need a mental break as well. But see if you can visualize and follow along. So we went over yoga translations 1 through 4. The first yoga translation, number 1, is all of our upright postures. We learned how to do our sumo squat. Our sumo is our entrance into all the other upright postures. So from sumo, we learned how to do some twists, some lunges, some back bends, some circles, some side to side, lots of variations. And then we went into our forward folds. We hooked the swing at our elbows and went into a wide straddle with some twists and then some arm presses. And then we went into forward folds for 2B with the swing at the hips. And that I call the down dog sequence. So in our down dog sequence, we learned how to do our variations of like a plank. We went into cat's meow, which is like a down dog and a cat cow. We went into our version of a headstand. We learned how to come into some of these floating postures. It's our only inversion. And then in number 3, we went into our floating Buddha. We went into using the leg loops at our ankles with the legs straight and extended. We learned our flow, our vinyasa flow. And then we learned how to do pigeon pose and flying monkey. Coming into some of the bigger postures, we went into wow, our inverted W. And then we can do the half Buddha, which is 3B, and that was our leg loop on just one ankle. We learned how to do our side lunges and our core, added some twists and hooks there. And then number 4, we went into Chillaxin. So Chillaxin is with the leg loops at the knees. We did our chill flow, seated pigeon, another twist. Then we went into butterfly and skydiver, which is some of the bigger heart opening and hip opening poses. And then 4B, what we just finished, is kind of the most advanced of what we learned in the basics, because we go into our dancing Shiva sequence, which is a lot of lunging. And we can lunge with straight legs. We're grounding our feet, or we can lunge while we're floating and then actually bending our knee and hooking and holding on to our back foot. And then from there, we like to play with Hanuman or flying arrow, or some of the more advanced poses if we're dealing with some very flexible, limber friends. Okay, so we can always make a variation with the leg loops, either bringing them up high towards the groin, or letting them be at the knees or the ankles for more advanced versions. So in cocoon, we like to either extend our legs up towards the sky, bring the bottoms of the feet together and let the knees flare out to the side, or we can just pull our knees into our chest and hold into a ball. we'll practice doing our cocoon with our legs extended. But for today, just take a few more moments to sink back. So the body likes to rest after being active. Just enjoy quietude, stillness. And notice how good it feels to be hugged and held, and that sensation of floating in the swing. Okay, we're going to start to clean up all of our cards and manuals and everything by 5 before. I'm going to keep the door closed and wait until 4 o'clock to let our new participants come in. So between 4:45 and 4, us all to be here to talk about our workshop together, and what we're going to do and what to expect. So if you do want to venture out for a bite to eat and do some either reading or writing or reviewing elsewhere, you're welcome to travel out and just make sure that you are back and everything is cleaned up by 5 before. If you do decide to go somewhere else. Okay. Besides that, you can also just stay in your cocoon the whole time if that feels like the best choice for you. Otherwise, I recommend looking over the manual, writing some things out, reviewing the cards, making sure that the names and the poses start to click and sink in for you. I obviously would not expect you to be able to teach an hour beginner class after today. What I would expect you to do is practice for the next 30 days and feel comfortable in about a month teaching a beginner after reviewing a bunch. And we'll keep reviewing these sequences over the next 2 weekends. So after, especially Sumo, we'll do Sumo like 1,400 times. Something like Sumo will become second nature. Some of the more advanced poses, you don't have to feel pressured to memorize them. Just practice them and get them in your body. Beautiful jump, guys. Great, take a little break. We have another 30 minutes before we need to regroup.
Did you create the card that says